Welcome back to your daily basketball recap, and today is a great day. My name is Levi Jacob, and the breaking news around the NBA is Russell Westbrook just signed a 1-year, $3.6 million deal with the Sacramento Kings. This year with the Kings will mark his 18th season in the NBA, and I just think that he's had, honestly, an iconic career. This is going to get a little bit controversial. He's my favorite player of all time. I'm not saying he's the best. I'm not saying that you can't always choose your favorites. He's my favorite player of all time. He's one of the most inspiring players I've ever watched play basketball. Does he have the basketball IQ? Not the same, that a Chris Paul does, or that, whatever you want to say. But I just feel like he's a force, and he is the reason that I got into basketball. And I watched him will his way to being potentially Kevin Durant's best teammate over his career. I think is that a crazy call? I guess he had Steph with him. I think after Steph, though, I think that's the right call. I think that's the right call. And it's also going to be controversial, but I don't care. I don't care if I said it. He willed himself to many playoff wins in series that he shouldn't have been in, even. I admire his passion and his drive. And I think that he's just so much fun to watch to this day, even watching him on the Nuggets last year. He had plays where you're like, oh, you gave away the game. And then even within that game itself, he'd make plays that you're like, well, how did you bring it back? How were they're like winning because of you? He's such a game changer. He really is. Fun thing from Underdog here on Twitter. Russell Westbrook's NBA journey, drafted by the Sonics. He was on the team that was then relocated to the Oklahoma City Thunder. That was his rookie year. Was in OKC. Then he was traded to the Rockets, traded to the Wizards, traded to the Lakers, traded to the Jazz. That did not go well. He was waived by the Jazz. It took about 2 seconds for that to happen. That same year, signed with the Clippers. Then by the Clippers, the following year, I want to say he was traded to the Jazz again. Then again waived by the Jazz. He signed with the Nuggets, and then now signed with the Kings. His time with the Nuggets, I think, was really best case scenario for the latter half of his career. I just feel like for this team, he could be actually kind of weirdly good. I'm not saying that the Kings are going to be good, but I just feel like without him, they don't really have a motor. I actually happen to like Domantas Sabonis, and I think that Domantas Sabonis having Russell Westbrook next to him, it'll be a little bit what it previously was. It's not going to be Russell Westbrook with Jokic. It'll be closer to De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis. But I think that Russell Westbrook is actually a more willing passer than De'Aaron Fox. I think he's just a little bit more he's a little bit more flexible. I think that De'Aaron Fox's game is he's very skilled at very specific things, whereas Russell Westbrook at this point in his career is not so specifically skilled at many things, but he's pretty good to okay at a bunch of them. And I just think he's going to be the perfect energy guy for this team. I feel like I'm just constantly disappointed by Zach LaVine's ambition on the basketball court. And I like DeMar DeRozan. I just don't know how he fits with Russell Westbrook, especially he kind of plays at a little bit of a slower pace. So who knows? But coming in here with some young guys as well, I want to watch him play next to Nick Clifford. You know what I'm saying? Like get those guys a little bit more invigorated. He could do basically, I think, what Chris Paul did for the Thunder all those years ago with all their young guys. I think that Russell Westbrook could do for the Kings and all these young guys. Not that the success will be on any of the same level, obviously, but I'm excited for him to have this opportunity. I won't really want to watch him play in the NBA this year. He deserves to be playing in the NBA. His skill level absolutely matches it, regardless of the downside that he has. He has major upside. So very, very happy for him. And I'm looking forward to what the season brings for him. I think that on a team of people who spend a lot of time being out, Russell Westbrook is going to be the person who's in. And again, next to a lot of the young guys who I hope are also playing, they could prove to be a really good signing for them. That was all today. We're going to be back hopefully right at the start of the season. We're going to go over some preseason stuff as well. We're going to finish our ESPN player rankings. So keep an eye out for all that good stuff. My name is Levi Jacob, and I hope you have a great day.